Honestly, don't even be rude right now, because what I'm talking about today is literally one of my biggest hurdles and self-reflections that I have been conquering in my own life.
It's not that serious. Trust me, I know that. But anyway.
The question is, why are you so scared to be yourself? Damn! It got me too. It got me too, and that is why I had to talk about it. That's why I had to bring it up here today with you. I know I've been out for a minute, right? I know it's been a little 2 weeks since I posted, but look, don't worry about it. The thing is that the universe puts you in these different modes and these different settings, and it uproots you. It changes the flow of everything that you're doing, and it ultimately does that to help shift your perspective on something that has kept you stagnant in life. So through these unexpected changes and these different experiences that you go through, it's ultimately to help you broaden your perspective and see the opportunities available to you, and review your current ways of thinking and how they are preventing you from reaching whatever you want to reach. You know, I come up here looking very presentable. I got my Define jacket on low, bun on tight. My head is actually hurting from this hair. Let's get to it. Why are you scared to be yourself? Shout out to my sister. I told her, okay, I'm gonna record a video. I have 2 ideas for my next YouTube video. The first one is yes and. The other idea is this video of why are you scared to be yourself? And this started coming up in my life. Well, one, I started seeing someone. First of all, before you get too excited, we were not dating. We were not nothing, okay? I was just saying I'm seeing someone, okay? Relax, goddamn. They had put on this show of wealth, right? You know, sometimes he would take me to places that I felt very uncomfortable, which is weird because I often portray myself as this confident, don't give a fuck, Sagittarius, la 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 la, let's get crazy, let's go do it, let's run this shit. That's how I present myself. I'm not gonna take bullshit. I don't care about the games. I get very much woman, feminist, like, but a lot of situations that he would put me in, it wasn't even that he would put me in situations, it was just, hold on, it's because we got the ghetto birds and the police. My god, fucking up my audio. He would want to buy me things, or he'd start asking questions about me that would have me tell him about me. In these moments I felt very uncomfortable because it forced me to confront parts of myself that I have not come to terms with. For example, like not allowing him to buy me things, which is so weird. It's so weird. But I kept refusing it and refusing it. Throughout this dating situation, I realized there was a lot of moments where I was reserving who I am in fear of what they would think of me. When it came to these moments of wanting to buy things for me, I declined it because I didn't want to seem like someone who's going to take advantage, which I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. You see what I'm saying? And so it brought me to this point of like, yo, why are you so scared to be yourself in front of this person? It's because you really like them, or it's because you're scared to be yourself, or is it a combination of both? What are you trying to get out of this situation, and how is that affecting the way that you are positioning yourself? So are you allowing yourself to shine, or are you putting on a front? Are you putting on something else for the comfortability of the people you want to please? Sometimes you don't even want to please them, they're just around you. So that was a recent situation that brought a lot of self-reflection. That question, why do you not want to be yourself? Like, why are you so scared to be yourself? Kept coming up in my life in different areas. It made me realize, you know what, even this YouTube channel, I could have been somebody. I could have been somebody for real, because if you see one of my first videos, I should have posted like 3-4 years ago, okay? And where the fuck are the rest of the other videos? Exactly. The reason I have not been posting since 4 years ago till now, and I haven't been consistent, because there's that fear of being seen. We all have that fear of success. When I look at my TikTok, when I look at my Instagram, when I look at my socials, there are spurts of moments where I'm posting a lot and then I stop, and it becomes this hurdle of, do you want to be seen or no? You are proud of yourself, but then you overthink it and you pull it back. I know a lot of us go through phases where we delete everything off our Instagram, or even private our Instagram in general, or like deactivate it, and it's because we're constantly scared of being seen. We're scared of being ourselves. This is a theme that I saw throughout my life. In my videos, the topics I talk about are usually stuff that I have realized have been dealing with or see people around me go through, and that we end up having lots of conversations on. So when I shared this idea to my sister, first thing was, that is so weird, because I hear a plane. Do you hear that? Loud as fuck. Hey yo, it's been fucking quiet all night, and now everyone wants to wake up. Like, it's 10. The first thing that she said to me when I brought this up is just like, that's surprising. I would have never thought of you that way. It's interesting to see what people are insecure about. Okay, first of all, I said, one, I'm not insecure. Okay, I'm just noticing how I made myself smaller and have limited myself in many ways, and how that has conflicted with the opportunities in front of me and the doors that I end up closing for myself. She proceeded to ask me, why do I feel that way? I brought up my social channels, dating situation. When you come from like an ethnic background, you also do a lot of code switching. If you're not familiar or don't realize that you do this, you have a more Americanized, white tone, grammar, personality that you use with a specific group of people. When you're with like people that you're comfortable with, your family, other people that are part of your ethnic group, you typically go back to whatever cultural simulation that you have. You might have an accent, you might be using different types of slang, talking a different way. Obviously you're gonna be talking about different things without us realizing it. There is a subconscious notion telling you, don't be yourself. When you decide to code switch into a person that is not authentic to who you are, you're just doing it because the people you're around, the room you're in, not necessarily because that is who you are. So the YouTube, the dating, the code switching, overall being afraid to take risks. How many auditions have you dropped? Applications have not gone through? Ideas have you not pitched? Numbers you have not grabbed? Instagrams you have not grabbed? Questions left unanswered, all the what ifs in your head, the coulda, shoulda, woulda beens. We're so scared to take risks. When she asked me, why do you feel that way? These are the things. This is how I feel. I feel like I should have been making a lot more money by now, but I have not taken those risks, okay? Because I've been scared to show up as myself, because what is everyone gonna say? What is everyone gonna think? And why does it matter what everyone's gonna say or what everyone's gonna think? You want to know why it matters? It's because we're too scared to make other people uncomfortable. We don't want to offend people. We don't want to make them uneasy. When you hold a position in someone's life, that someone has a specific image and job for you to fill in their life. When you decide to be something else or do things differently that they had no idea or was not a part of that decision making, people start to feel very, very uncomfortable because they've placed you in this box and they put a label on you. They know what's in that box. They know where you stand in their life. When they know where you stand, they know where they stand. They know in comparison to you what they have and what they don't have. So the thing about life is that you can wake up every day and every day can be a new day. It might not be exactly this easy, but you can wake up, go get a degree. You can wake up, start a nonprofit. You can wake up, start a YouTube channel. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. You can decide to even change your way of thinking. You can decide, you know what, the universe is supporting me. It's not doing things to me, it's doing things for me. Every day you can wake up and decide your reality. When you decide your reality on your terms, it offends the people around you because they were not allowed to make that decision. When they start to see you shift and bloom out of the box they confined you in, it sheds light into the areas that they lack. So that's why people feel uneasy when you want to create change or you want to do something for yourself. And them being uneasy, you interpret that as rejection of their love. And who the hell wants to be rejected by someone? No one, obviously. People are gonna come and go. They'll get over it, okay? If they really care about you, they'll get over it. They'll talk to you, they'll heal you out, And you don't want to be surrounded by toxic people who are mad at your wins when you're constantly cheering for their wins. So don't be afraid to make other people uncomfortable. They'll get over it. And it's your life, not theirs, okay? So if they want to be a part of that decision making, tell them to put up the funds, put a ring on it. I don't know what to think. Why do you get to decide that? And seriously, I don't want to hear that excuse about my mom, my dad, my sister, da-da-da. Look, those people are just other people in your life. They literally do not control your arms, legs, and your mouth. If you live with them, if they are financially supporting you, I understand it's the more difficult situation. But even then, at that point, they still do not control your physical motions. So stop allowing other people to make the decisions in your life. Take up space. Don't be afraid to make other people uncomfortable by being you. Now, I'm not saying to be racist or any of the isms. Okay, but be you. Take up space. How do we be ourselves? Get to the fucking point, Aissa. What do you guys even, first of all, do you even know how to say my name? I bet the name is not my name. The way you scream and yelling, I bet the name is not my name. It's Aissa. Nice to meet you. Anyways, how do we be ourselves? Well, one, surround yourself with people that you don't have to be somebody else. Now, let me say it again. Surround yourself with people who you don't have to be somebody else with. If you have to be constantly code switching in front of your friends, like, go find some new friends. Who the hell? That's so freaking tiring, dude. You feel like this new boyfriend is making you hide parts of you. I'm not gonna tell you what not to do. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Surround yourself with people who accept the most ugliest versions of you. What I realized about being myself is that even with that situationship, the fact that I kept trying to hide myself was letting me know that I do not feel safe with you. The fact that I did not feel comfortable to open up and tell you about my past, who I am and who I was and how I got here, tells me that you are not providing that safe emotional or mental space for me to even do that. So don't ever feel like you have to force yourself to let someone in or to be yourself. The people who you should surround yourself with are the people that being yourself naturally comes out and it just easily happens. If you don't feel safe to be yourself around people, that's your intuition saying to not. You need to believe that more. If you want to really manifest things in your life and control your reality, you have to start trusting those little niggling feelings that you have. That niggle, N-I-G-G-L-E, is your intuition. It's a small urge to think, move, or do something, right? That little hint of knowing. You have to follow those, no matter how small, for you to be ready to actually hear it, to shift your reality to wherever you want it to go. That's my first step in how you can actually be yourself. What my sister talked about was knowing who you are and where you stand in people's life. Look, not all of us know who we are. Let me pull this up. Knowing who you are. That is an entire ass other video. But knowing who you are essentially is knowing where you came from and knowing where you're going. Damn, am I crooked? A little bit. Sorry. You know what? Sorry I don't have an assistant to help me do this. Actually, I'm not sorry. What can I be sorry for? Knowing where you came from and knowing where you're going, that is how you know who you are, because you can start to see the patterns in your life as far as what do you stand for, what do you want, what you won't accept, what you've been through. And you start to create, you know, this perspective on life and yourself. The more time that you spend yourself, the more time that you will learn about yourself. The more conversations you have with yourself, the more alone time, the more time you have with your thoughts, the more you will understand who you are. And when you know who you are, then you can know where you want to place yourself in other people's lives. So when we say know where you stand in other people's lives, they don't have to be the one to be telling you that. You can decide that for yourself. It doesn't need to be up to somebody else's mercy on where you want to be in their life. You can decide, I'm going to be this person's friend, I'm going to be this person's classmate, I'm going to be this person's coworker, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to be. But the point is, when you can define who you are, you can better position yourself in other people's life and have clarity on where you stand with them. This is what also brings uncertainty. Uncertainty can be tied with unsafe, uncomfortable. So when we have these feelings, no duh, we're not going to want to be ourselves. We're not going to know how to be ourselves because we don't know who we are, we don't know where we're going, and I don't know where I stand in this person's life. So I don't know what I can say, I don't know what I can do, and I don't know who to go to. Right here, you're here with me. I've been talking a lot, I'm kind of tired. And stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others because you lose sight of yourself. You lose sight of your uniqueness, your purpose, and your specific detailed position that you have here on this planet. Forget it. Everything happens for a reason. We're all here to live and die. But you know what? No one else had that same exact hairstyle with the same amount of hairs, with your eyebrow shape. We try to portray ourselves as the people we put on the pedestal. The people that we respect the most, the people that we look up to, that inspire us, we usually want to emulate them and carry the same qualities that we admire in them on us. But sometimes that waters down who we are and who we are supposed to show up as. We don't need another Taylor Swift. We don't need another Rihanna. We don't need another Cardi B, Nicki, or Megan. We need a uniquely you. Take the qualities that you want from people, take the different attributes, but never lose sight of you. When you're constantly comparing yourself to everything that you're not or that you want, and then trying to be like someone you're not because you're yourself, you're your unique self, oh my God, you're gonna lose sight of who you are. You're not gonna know who you are, and you're gonna be so frustrated, having an existential crisis because you are devastated that you're not someone that you wish you could be, because you haven't embraced who you are, because you don't like who you are. You keep comparing yourself to everything that you're not. You know what? You need to go watch Why You're Ugly, because that's gonna tell you go watch that and you'll know what I'm talking about. You were uniquely made. So moving forward, let's talk about why we can't be doing this no more. And when I say why we can't be doing this no more is why we can't not be ourselves. This is holding us back. It kills your individuality, your identity, and your self-confidence. You keep doing this 10 years down the line, shit, even 3 years down the line, you're gonna be like, why the was I so basic? Like, I'm so cool. Why didn't I put more me into that piece? Why didn't I just put that fit on? Why didn't I just say that thing? Don't have these why didn't I's and these what ifs or coulda, shoulda, woulda beens. Be you now. Ahora mismo. You never know whose life you're impacting. And if you don't stop doing this, you're gonna keep repeating the same patterns. The cycle's just gonna repeat over and over again of the tragedies, of the self-sabotage, of the complacency, the stagnation, until you realize the cycle and break the pattern yourself. Amen, my brothers and sisters. Love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the gang. Miss you. Follow my Instagram, TikTok, same username.